guys, Zueljin here. Welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft Amplified server. I hope you guys are having a terrific day. If you're not, I've got something for you. Oh yes, the redesigned Boat Launcher 9000. No, that's not really the name of it, but so the last episode we actually had a collab with a bunch of the other hermits playing Tango's game Boombox, and it was the redefined architecture on the outside. It looks so good. I don't have my zoom on board right now because I'm not using my Optifine settings, but what I wanted to do is show you guys the little bit of development that we had here. So I brought Etho up here since he's the creator of this this whole project here. I also brought up Impulse and Tango, and well, all of the hermits kind of came up and we gave the thing a few rides, and we kind of played around with the design, and what Etho came up with is maybe making a water channel pour back toward this slime block, and it works actually really good. Now if you dispense a boat as normal, you just go there and it goes right on top of the slime block like it's supposed to. So if you press the button, it sends it off just like it's supposed to. Now, it does kind of change the trajectory just because the water pushes it to a different spot. That's why these little furnaces are in place, so it doesn't really push the boat too far. And also, if we go down here, I can show you. Oh, I already have a boat on me. If we go down here, I can show you that the boat elevator works flawlessly now, and it's kind of integrated. So from down this point, you can set the boat down, you launch right in, you push the boat to pretty much anywhere in the little 3 water channel. It's not the fastest thing on earth, but it does work well, and once we get to the top, it'll just push me right back in the fountain, and that's what I was hoping to do. One of the biggest problems with this setup is it wasn't pushing me in the correct spot for the slime block. You couldn't drive the boat on top of the slime block, and that's what was needed for the launching. But if I press this button here, let's get an F5 because it will launch me. It launches you correct, and if you hold forward the entire time, you end up falling right into the water. Sometimes the trajectory is a little off, but usually you make the clearance with no problem. And if there's any chickens or squids or anything right here, it usually breaks the boat for you. But anyway, it's a really cool design. I really like it. I'm glad that it was done in that way. And now we can really play around with it to do some fun stuff. Let's go get the boat here. So one of the things, now that I have this boat launcher in place, it's an easy way to get down. An easy and fun way to get down, right? But there's no real way to get back up. And that's something that I need to work on a little bit. I'd like to dress up the waterfall, but I'm not so sure if I'm going to do that in this episode. What I'd really like to do is start on the stairway up here. So it is kind of dark, but we're going to be knocking out some of these layers of the floors, and I'd like to start doing some stuff by hanging the Patreon banners and getting a stairway going. So one of the ways that I thought about doing this is getting all of these nether bricks, right, and making them into half slabs and just making a winding stairway around. Now I think this is going to need to be too wide, and it's going to have some tricky parts because of the lighting. I'm going to need to do some, I don't know if I want to do torches because sea lanterns just look so good as sconces, so I'll probably stay along with that. But from here, if we did something in this neighborhood, right, if we took one of these, well, actually I'm gonna have to start it probably just like this, right, and then we're gonna have to go here, and then we're gonna have to go here and here, and it's not gonna be just a spiral staircase here. What I'd like to do is get it to where it's almost like, let's see how I can put this, almost like cubic. So as far as this portion here, so it would be up, then up, then up, then up. And I think that will work to a certain degree. So let's see. If I come up here, I'm gonna run into complications when I get to the intersections that are here, right? But I can still go over them, so it won't be the end of the world. Although I think I will have to go a couple more in, which means there will be many extra steps involved. If I go 3, that's probably still not going to be enough. And unfortunately, if I go 4, then it's gonna it's gonna kind of destroy the collection of nether brick slabs that I have. So let's try 3 here. We won't be able to do this stair block right here. How about if we did this? Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be anyway, so I'll just have to trim that up. Now we get to this point here and we have yet another divot. So it would kind of have to be spiraled at this point, I think, because yeah, that goes too much. We would have to pull away from the wall here, and yeah, I don't know. I really don't know about this design. So it wouldn't look so bad here, but I would have to go out a little bit more everywhere, and it would kind of look weird without supports, I'm thinking. I'm not too sure yet, you guys. I'm really not sure. It seems like the best route would be to just kind of make it a spiral staircase. So let me play around with the design just a little bit, you guys. Alright, you guys, so I've been going 3 wide this entire time, and I know it jets out every once in a while and it kind of works funny on these corners, but all in all, it seems to work really good. Like the patterning, I mean, works really good. So we see how it comes out to 3 right here. That seems a little short, but for the most part, I think it's going to work out. I think it's going to work out okay. I don't know if my transition should be 4 right here or not, but what I want, I guess, is what I need to decide is everywhere. Well, from the wall, if I stay 3 out, that's fine. I need to find out if I have 4 of any type. So it's going out pretty good, and I've also been adding a little bit of dye right now. One of the things about this method is I think if I put fences here, it'll look pretty good. Like I can just fence all of this off, and it'll be kind of like the staircases in the castle, but this is a little tight right here, so I might actually have to get rid of that. But the weird thing about that is that from underneath it kind of looks weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I could do maybe some slabbing underneath to avoid the way that it looks at some ports. But I'm not too sure if that will fix it or not, so I'm still kind of trying to figure out this design. But I want to lay out a little bit of nether brick fence and a few more of the diorite blocks to see if I'm gonna like it. And this will also be some good torch placement. You see, like right here, I don't really like the way that works, and this is a 3 placement, but really and truly I think this should go out to 4, and I'll explain why. Because I have a right up there where I showed you that 3 gap. If I brought this out to 4, this would be even, right? It would go 2. You see how the segments are in 2s? So if I put another segment in a 2, and this is 2, this could probably be the same thing right here. So let's see, if I did it like this, 2, yeah, it just goes from 2 and 2, and then it would be the same thing right here. And now where it's 3 right here, it would actually go out to 4, just like so. And now I can do a couple more of the diorite blocks. I hope I'm making sense. So now I can transition back to 3, and there's plenty of walk room, and that's my whole issue. If there's plenty of walk room and the patterning, and I think if I go down, it's gonna look a little bit more uniform at this point. So my only problem with this is it's 3 right here. So every once in a while I'm going to have to go out 4 just for symmetry's sake. And see, just like that, and I think that'll work out well. So this will have to be doubled up just like this, and then we'll have another one right here, and then we'll actually have to come out another one, because again, around these little corners here is kind of where I have to go up for symmetry's sake. So all in all, it's starting to work out pretty well. Let's go ahead and throw a torch here. And I'm also going to be able to do some cool torch things. Instead of the walls, I'll be able to do them on the fence post, and I think that's going to have enough light so that I can do maybe some sconces along the walls here too. So let's see, if I put 3 more, I'm just going to continue this space. How far do I have left to go? I think we might even keep the floor there. I'm not sure. I'll have to work up to that point and see. but it looks like I'll be able to. So these are 3. Let's go with 3 more and 3 more. Just like that. And now we'll have to come out by another 3, 3, and put a torch somewhere on here so I could see. Okay, so I'm going to work a little bit higher, install some of this nether brick fence, maybe place some torches, and we'll see where it kind of leads up into the ceiling here. Alright you guys, so the white trim from the diorite and the nether brick fences are a definite improvement. I went around everywhere that there wasn't a like a connecting block, so to speak, like a joint. I went ahead and added one. So instead of that configuration, I went with a little bit more sturdy look. And I thought about adding some pillars here and there, but honestly, I think the pillars would stretch down too far and kind of take away from the build. The thing about pillars is, unless they're 2x2, they really don't look too good, or 3x3, and I think that's a little bit, 3x3 is definitely too big for this build, and I don't know where I would position them. Maybe at the funky corners where sometimes where this happens. You see this little setup right here. It could be like there's another one right here that kind of does that. Yeah, there it is. I don't know. If I put another block right here in this corner, it looks a little weird and it still does the same awkward thing right there. So I'm really not sure what the best answer for that is, although I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it could be a little bit more uniform, but the stair is very functional. Like, you can run up at full blast. The only pinch point is right there, and pretty much everything else is straightforward. Now up here was a little bit tricky. I had to get it to where the transition was gradual, and it took a little bit of finagling. Not to mention, when I got to this point here, I noticed I was like underneath the tower bevel, so I was like, uh-oh. So I just jutted out straight into the middle of the next floor, and it works out pretty well. This actually gets in the way and interferes with the fact that I would have an elevator in here, so I'm kind of changing my mind on the elevator. And one of the reasons that I'm changing my mind on that is I would never look at the Patreon banners if I had an elevator from the top to the bottom. Even though it's shorter, we might put another elevator somewhere along the lines of where that boat elevator is, but maybe in the other tower on the side of the castle. I'm not too sure yet. Maybe it'll be another access, but I would like a way to get back and forth really quickly if I had to, so that might be something I do. But what I want to do at this time is I want to take the chance to put a few of the banners up that the Patreons have submitted. So as you may or may not know, this tower was actually designed for tribute to my Patreons. These guys take care of me every single month, and they put a lot of their time and effort into making sure that I'm supported in ways that not every fan is able to do. So I'm truly thankful for them. And what I want to do today is, and from now on, is I want to start an episode with a few banner designs that they submitted. Now, Asuma a while back showed me a cool website named needcoolshoes.com, and it's a banner design site. And I've asked them to submit banner designs to me, and I'm going to do them in the order that they were submitted into the new poll that I put. Guys, if y'all aren't familiar with Patreon, y'all can check below in the links in the description and see the link to Patreon. And for those of you that are Patreons, if you hadn't seen my post or my messages, what you need to do is go on the post under my creators creations, and you can go underneath that post and follow the link to Need Cool Shoes, design a banner, and submit it with your in-game name. So anyway, I'm gonna do a few banner designs. The first submission I got is from a fella named Izzy. Now Izzy online joined the server a little while back, my Patreon server I mean, and he's been awesome. He's been an admin. I've promoted him to admin since then. He's a really trustworthy guy, and he supports me every month, and I really appreciate him. And he sent this cool little banner design, so I'm kind of looking at the website at the same time here. So he did a black banner to start with, and let's see here. Oh, we need sticks. That's one thing that I did not get. Let's see. I should be able to get those, no problem. I think I have some wood right here in this chest. Yep, I sure do. Okay, now we good. Almost a huge editing fail. Alright, let's see. We had sticks and bam. Okay, so he started off with a black banner. Now in the black banner, he set that there, and then he set some lime green dye right here and right there, and it creates like a gradient, okay? So he did that, and then he took light gray dye and he made another gradient, which was like that. So it goes from green to gray. Pretty neat. Alright, so we take that banner, we add an apple and a brick underneath it. I thought that was how you did it. Oh, maybe it's a red dye and a brick. I thought it was an apple. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so red, and then he took yellow and like that. Alright, so it was a golden apple that he had in here. It was make it worth my while, but we have plenty of gold on the server, so that was easy to come by. So this is the banner design that he chose, and I want to go ahead and get a little bit of wood and do a sign as well with his name, and that's going to go the same for all of them. So I have some signs here, so that's good. So let's do the first banner. I think we're going to try to space them strategically here and there. So let's do the first banner here, and we'll do it on that level, and then we'll put Izzy. Actually, he does it with a capital Y and then underscore online. There we go. There. So that's going to be the setup. Now, let's grab another banner. The next one up is a user named Blue22475, which is actually Proto Man in the comments. You guys probably seen him before. Proto did a cool little banner. We started off with white. Alright, ran back and got some white wool. Now I can do this proper. I'm always forgetting something. Okay, here's the white banner. Cool. We start off with that, and 3 purple dye right across the top, which we have blue and red, so we can make purple dye. Let's see. I'll need 3, 4, 7 altogether. There we go. That should be fine. So we did purple dye like this with the banner, and then we also did purple dye like this with the banner, and let's see, after that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the banner. Huh, that's neat. And then the banner goes like this with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that, to make a gradient. Alright. Now with that, we take it and add light blue dye, which I need to make that. That's 1 and 1, just like that. That's a light blue dye. Okay. We add that, and that changes it to this little middle thing right here. And then we add an oxy daisy and purple dye. So an oxy daisy is going to go underneath, and purple dye is going to go on the right. And that's it. Okay. Very, very cool. That was a neat design. It kind of came together at the end. Let's see. In blue, we'll start it. We might have to we might have to increase the frequency of these things just a little bit now that I'm thinking about it, because there's going to be quite a few of the banners. Let's do, you know what, let's just do it every other space if we can, and we'll do a wall like that. So we'll put Blue's banner right here, and then we'll put his sign right here, and we'll change it to blue. And let's see, how's he do it? Blues 22475, just like that. Bam. All right, now for the last one, and this is from Ion Moon, I'm sorry, which, no, it is Io Moon. I always thought it was Ion Moon, but Io is a relatively new Patreon, but I met her the other day at one of our meetings, and she was a doll. So we are going to start off with, she starts off with a cyan banner, which I made some cyan wool. Good, I remembered. Let's see, and we're going to need a stick. Alright, so we got a cyan banner. Cool. What's next? Okay, so around this we're gonna add, oh, I don't have enough lapis. Dang it. Alright, got the lapis, and this is the next design. We'll take that in, and we'll take the Oxy Daisy, which I believe you put right here, and another blue flower, or a blue dye, and you get this, which is blue lozenge. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now that we have that, the next step is to make, we'll take ink and to do a black diamond, like so. And then I believe we do another one just like, oh, actually, the next one is you take ink in this configuration. Actually, you take a banner, a vine in this configuration. There we go. And then it's going to be black ink on top, like this. Wait, how do we do that? Black ink in the middle, just like this. Okay, that gives me that. And then I think we put black ink on top, like actually it's like this, and we'll put that in there, and that is the completed banner. Very, very cool. Okay, so now I have one more sign, and I'll put that at the next section right here. We're gonna have to move this torch out the way. We'll just put it right here for now, and we'll put, oh shoot, that scared me. Holy cow. Maybe we don't have enough light, huh? Hold on. You wanna fight fair? All right, we could do this your way. Oh my, no. God dog it, the skeleton's messing me all up. Come here. No. You're not just gonna pick a fight and then leave. Nope. You going down. Alright. Where were we? Banner. Just when I was adjusting the light too. Alright. And we'll put the sign up, and she spells it, let's see here. I-O Moon. Just in all small letters. So I-O Moon. Just like that. Alright. So thank you so much. I'm not going to do the designing of all of these on camera every time, because I admit it would take a little bit of time to do that. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about how it went, and I'm going to be adding 3 at a time like this periodically in episodes, probably at the beginning of the episodes or at the end, something like that. But as you can see, when I have a bunch of these things, it's going to look so customized and awesome. They're going to go all throughout the castle tower, all the way up, and there's a lot of room for additions as well. I can always put them in between, but I would like to have separate spacing for all of them, and I'm going to try to encompass them all throughout the stairway. And then if we ever run out of room all the way up, that'll be something else. But when we get closer to the top, I guess I'm going to try maybe to work out the next stairway design on stream. That way it's done. I don't want to work on the top of the tower quite yet because I haven't hammered out a design, but when you go all the way up, naturally it's a little bit different up there, and I'd like it to be a smaller size than all this, but we're gonna have to make sure that we can still encompass it with a staircase and make it cool. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope y'all really enjoyed this episode. If you liked the video, please don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps me out, and if you're brand new to the channel and you'd like to see more, then go ahead and hit subscribe as well. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time. Bye!